Hello, child of God. This is CPA Shadrach Adino, an expert on wealth creation and management. I'm also a practicing auditor and a financial management consultant. Above all, I'm a born-again child of God and a pastor. May I take this opportunity, dear listener, to welcome you to today's episode. On today's episode, we are going to cover 15 profitable businesses that you can start with between 50,001 and 100,000 Kenya shillings. So if you have that kind of money and you've been wondering which business to begin, please pay keen attention to this episode from the beginning to the end. Now, to our subscribers, from the depth of my heart, I say a big thank you. You are the reason why we are moving to the next level on this channel. Now, if you have been interested and wondering whether we can also conduct trainings for your staff or for your organization or for your group of people, I want to give you an assurance that yes, feel free to get in touch with us because that is part of what we do. Now, straight away to the 15 businesses that you can begin if you have between 50,001 and 100,000 Kenya shillings. Business number one, motorcycle transport business, popularly referred to as border business. I want to say border business has increasingly of late become very popular with the Kenyan population. And it is a very good alternative means of transport and quicker transport for this matter. Now, despite the high accident rate on border, the popularity has continued to rise irrespective of what is happening. Now, the border business has rendered bicycle business almost irrelevant as an alternative means of transport. Initially, people preferred to use bicycle, but since the coming in of border business, people have now run over to border kind of business, and therefore the market for border business is ready and it's very massive. Now, a recent study is indicating that on a daily basis, the border riders are taking home 1,000 Kenya shillings. And remember, this is on daily basis. And it has become a very good source of earning, a source of livelihood for many Kenyans. Now, what do you need if you want to begin a border business? Number one, you need a motorbike. And I want to advise you, dear listener, that if you're interested in this kind of business, you don't have to start with a brand new motorbike. You can just buy a second-hand motorbike, which currently is going for 60,000 Kenya shillings, as opposed to a brand new motorbike that is going for about 100,000 and 150,000 Kenya shillings. Number two, you need a valid driving license. Number three, you need somebody who can help you ride that motorbike if you cannot ride it, or you need an alternative person if you want to expand on your business. But to begin with, you just need a valid driving license of your own if you want to start a motorbike by your own. Number four, you need to position yourself in a place where there is high population. And normally, if we look at Kenya, normally estates are popular stages for motorbikes. Another popular stage for a motorbike is a matatu stage or any other alternative where there is a high concentration of people. You need people for that business to thrive. Now, what kind of capital do you need? You need about 50,001 and 100,000 Kenya shillings. Now, later on, as your business grows, dear listener, I will advise you that you need to acquire a second motorbike and then hire somebody to be riding that motorbike on your behalf. And I want to tell you, you can expand to 3 motorbikes, 4 motorbikes, 5 motorbikes, depending on how lucrative or how profitable the business has become. But don't expand before the business becomes profitable. But as soon as the business grows, also grow with the business. And with the proper management, dear friend, the sky is the limit on border business. Business number 2, car wash business. This is a very profitable business. Why do I say so? Because in Kenya, if you monitor the statistics of motor vehicles, many people are buying vehicles on a daily basis. And as the number of vehicles increase, I'm telling you, the market is also increasing for car wash business. Now, what do you need to do? Be strategic in your timing. Now, car wash business strives on certain kind of seasons. More so on rainy season, the business is very high. And also during dusty seasons, the business is also very high. Now, we need also to find out how much car wash business charges for every motor vehicle washed. I've done a research and I've realized that the amount of money they charge is ranging between 100 and 500 Kenya shillings, depending on where you are located and what kind of service you render. Now, to start this kind of business, you need the following. Number 1, you need a car wash machine. Now, car wash machine these days are costing between 28,000 and 40,000 Kenya shillings, depending on the type. The next thing that you need a water tank. You also need a water bucket. You also need water. You also need a soap. And you also need to locate yourself strategically. Now, usually places where you will find good business if you locate yourself are centers near residential places and also roads with a high concentration of motor vehicles. If you position yourself in such a place, you'll be in good business. Business number 3 is mobile money agency. Mobile money agency has become very popular and therefore a profitable business that is worth giving a serious consideration. Now, it has become very popular because, number 1, people are increasingly avoiding going to banks because of the risk in banks, and number 2, because of the long queues in certain banks. So people are saying, instead of going to waste time in banks, why can't I go to a nearby agent and get the money that I want and walk away? That is why the mobile money agency as a business is increasingly becoming very popular. Now, you need to get into agreement with people like Safaricom and other banks. Now, Safaricom and other banks are embracing or have embraced the idea of mobile money agency. And it is also giving them lucrative business because they are getting people with low income. So, to catch low income, that is why mobile money agency has become very relevant to Safaricom and also to banks. And the following banks have embraced this idea of mobile money agency. Number 1 is KCB, Cooperative Bank, and Equity Bank, among others. Leave alone Safaricom, that was the initiator of mobile money agency. Now, what you need to do to get into this business is to negotiate with Safaricom and negotiate with the mentioned banks. And as long as you are going to adhere to their terms and conditions, they will allow you to embark on this mobile money agency. Now, what you need to be in this business are, number 1, a secure shop. I want to give you a guideline and just to alert you that the terms and conditions of various banks are different depending on the kind of bank that you're negotiating with. But these are the common requirements. Number 1, a secure shop. Number 2, you just need a bank statement for 6 to 12 months. Number 3, you need cash because you must have cash to embark on this mobile money agency as a business. Number 4, you need a PIN certificate. And number 5, you need a business license. And I've just said the terms and conditions or the requirements differ depending on the bank that you're negotiating with. Then now, what you need to do is find out the specific details, whether it is Safaricom, whether it is a bank, find out the specific details if you want to start this kind of business. And I want to say approximately 100,000 Kenya shillings is enough to start mobile money agency. My advice is don't concentrate on M-Pesa only. If you want to make good business, concentrate on M-Pesa and also enter into agreement with these banks that allow mobile money agency. And my advice is try to get as many customers as possible, because the commission that you're going to get depends on the number of transactions. If the transactions are many, then the commission will also be high and you'll be making good profit on your business. Business number 4, bookshop business. Now, bookshop business is another lucrative business that somebody should give serious consideration. The demand for books is very high, and especially with learners. So if you want to make good business, now be strategic in where you locate your shop. Now, books are required right from pre-primary school to post-primary school. Primary children, pre-primary children, primary children, and secondary students, including schools and colleges, demand books. And therefore, what you need to do is become updated with the current curricula, become updated with the syllabus, become updated with what schools require, and then stock your books according to the market needs. Then you'll be in good business. To start this business, you need to do the following. Number 1, position your shop in a place with high traffic of people and high concentration of institutions of learning. Number 2, put in place furniture and shelves. Number 3, get a business permit. And finally, number 4, just look for about 100,000 Kenya shillings and you'll be in books business. Business number 5, solar panel sales and installation business. Now, if you want to succeed in this kind of business, I want to tell you, locate yourself strategically. And I want to give you assurance that this business is now profitable. It is profitable because solar has become an alternative source of energy. Why? Because the cost of electricity has become higher and higher. It's becoming more unaffordable by the day. And that's why people are now en masse switching over to solar energy. And therefore, as a business person trading on solar materials, you are assured that you have a ready market. And it's not just a ready market today. The market is increasingly getting bigger and bigger because solar has become a perfect alternative to electricity as a source of energy. Now, what do you need to do if you want to begin this business? You need a shop positioned at a place with high population. Number 2, you need solar panels and related accessories. Number 3, you need business license. Number 4, you need a staff with knowledge on solar installation and you'll be in good business. I repeat, solar has become a perfect alternative as a source of energy. Then finally, you just need about 100,000 Kenya shillings and your business will kick off. Business number 6, outside catering business. Outside catering business is becoming very popular, just like tents and chairs are. It is becoming popular with people who are hosting parties. For example, wedding parties, funerals, celebration parties are increasingly opting for outside caterers. Instead of getting relatives and friends to cook food for them and risk losing food to people who are untrustworthy, people have decided to outsource this business of cooking to outside caterers. And therefore, if you are a provider of this kind of service, I want to assure you that you have a ready market with wedding parties, a ready market with funerals, a ready market with celebrations. You have people that you can turn to for business. What do you need to do? Just market yourself and become visible. Let people know that you are providing outside catering services. Now, to start this kind of business, you need the following. Number 1, cooking and serving utensils. Number 2, tents to erect as hotels for eating. Number 3, wooden tables and about 100 plastic chairs. Number 4, a few staff who will help you for cooking and for erecting the tents. Number 5, you need transport, which you can as well hire. You don't need to buy a lorry or a pickup to start with, but later on you can decide to buy a lorry once the business shall have expanded. You do not need a shop to start this outside catering business. You can start this business right from your home. As long as you market yourself properly, people will come to you to give them that service right from your home. And you'll be going out to where people are hosting these parties. Now, what you need to do is just get some 100,000 Kenya shillings and you'll start this business. I want to discourage this issue of borrowing. Don't go to a bank because you want to start this kind of business. Please, just save some money and start this kind of business, or be a member of a SACCO and get an initial capital to start this kind of business. Now, dear listener, let me give you 9 other businesses that you can start with between 50,000 and 100,000 Kenya shillings without elaborating on them. Number 1, poultry farming. Number 2, cleaning services. Number 3, cyber cafe business. Number 4, boutique. Number 5, mitumba business. Number 6, fast food restaurant. Number 7, hotel business. Number 8, cosmetics shop. And finally, number 9, brick business. If you are a brick molding person, you'll be in business. Dear listener, I want to stop there. And I want to thank you sincerely from my heart for taking time to listen to me. I want to say, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like this video, and help us to share this video with those people on the list of your contacts. May God bless you and may you prosper in Jesus' name. Amen.